Well, over the past few days, we've been monitoring social media, and one false claim has been circulating with regards to the Vice President nominee for the Democrats, Kamala Harris. It's in relation to a video she first shared on her own Twitter account. Now, this is the false claim, one of them. It says that she should be arrested for campaigning at a polling station. One such video that has been shared has 1.5 million views. A retweet of that, a retweet of the original claim, has now 30,000 retweets in itself and 60,000 likes. It's been widely shared. So the first thing we did was looked at the state's own rules, bearing in mind that electioneering rules vary from state to state. So for Ohio, we took a deep look into this. Now, without going deeply into this, we summarised this in 3 distinct points. So here's the points that you need to remember with all of this. Now, first point is there's 2 flags that are placed on walkways leading up to a polling station. So she has to stay at least 100 feet away from the entrance of a polling booth. Second of all, if the line for voting exceeds that 100 feet, she must stay within 10 feet away, so 10 feet away from any of those electoral lines. The last point is here. She cannot solicit or in any way attempt to influence an elector in casting their vote. Let's just take a look at the first claim. Now, my colleague Matthew is sitting here. He's been monitoring across all of this, and we both were debunking this. So we, first of all, tried to geolocate her, meaning put her exactly on a map and see where she was standing. We used identifiable markers here, for example, the orange here, that is Google Street View, to pinpoint exactly where she was in that video. We're going to show you now the distance here that she was, this is herself, more than 100 feet away. So she didn't breach that rule. Now, the second one is whether she maintained at least 10 feet distance between herself and the voting line when she was saying that in that particular video. And by looking at Google Street View, you can see down here, she was placed roughly along that line. We use the National Association for City Transport Planners Association, and they say in the United States, the ideal width of a lane is 10 feet. So 10 by 10, there's 2 lanes there, that's 20, 10 by 2, sorry, is 20. So she maintained roughly twice the width needed. So she didn't breach either of those. Now, the last one is whether she tried to solicit. So we looked exactly as to what she said in that particular video. She said this: "Thank you for voting and voting early. Your vote is your voice is your vote." Not in any way in this video did she try and urge people to vote specifically for Biden. Now, to make sure, we did ask the county board, the Cuyahoga, that's the election board, where those people were lining up to vote. And they said, in their view, they said this: greeting voters is not considered campaigning. So that's what they said with regards to all of that. So it's very important to note, when we're gearing up towards the election, be vigilant of posts that are shared on social media. Always keep in mind and keep skepticism, particularly if it aligns with your particular point of view.